Okay, so today we are going to learn about some other tools that you can use, some kind of interesting tools to make some more unusual shapes than we've done before. So let's go ahead and get started. First, click on Sketch, and we already have a pre-existing cube that we're going to work on, so I'm going to say draw on that cube. And look at this tool right here. It's called spline. I'm going to just show you what that does. If I click and I click again and click again, start making these curves. You can create some pretty interesting shapes. Remember that you have to complete the circuit in order for it to understand that that's a shape. Remember that if we wanted to, then we can make a pretty unusual hole in this object by clicking extrude and then remove and then through all. I don't know, it's kind of neat. For today, the main thing we're going to do is try to maybe at some point you want like an interlocking set of pieces, kind of like puzzle pieces. And here's one way that you might do that, and it's going to involve some things we haven't done before. So let's say sketch, and I'm going to sketch on the cube again. And I'm going to use my line tool up here, and I'm going to start here. I'm going to make kind of a trapezoidal figure. So one of the things, if we wanted to have something interlock, then we would have to have the shapes fit kind of exactly. And that might require you to do what I'm about to do. By the way, did I complete this? Make sure I completed that. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do, you remember the dimension tool. Let's say tell it how long this is going to be. Right now it's 0.7 inches. Let's make it bigger. Let's make it 1 inch. Now, one thing, the simplest way to dimension something is just to click on like this side and then tell it how big it is. But if before I tell it how long that side is, I went and clicked on another entity, like this side, then instead of telling me the length of the first side that I clicked on, it would tell us, in this case, from one side to the other, the angle between the two. Right now, it's telling us 87 degrees. By the way, be careful, because if I went on this side, then it's telling us the angle all the way around from there to there. So I'm going to stay on the inside. And we don't want a 90-degree angle because that won't, create a locking shape. So, but you're going to want to remember this, or at least be able to find it again if you make the matching piece to lock to it. I'm going to call this a 75-degree angle. Notice it fixed it. It made it to that distance. And now I'm going to click on this line, and then before I type in a number, click on that line, and it's telling me again the angle between those two things. If I click on one line and then another that is adjacent or connecting, we can then dimension the angle. And so now we have two 75-degree angles. Now that would be important if we wanted to have a matching piece, because then we would have to have the matching piece have those angles as well. And you can do the math to figure that out. But for now, let's go ahead and extrude. And let's remove. And let's say through all. And now, kind of see, we could make a matching piece where we extruded this shape instead of removing it, we're going to add that shape to a similar cube or a similar piece, and you could have them kind of locked together. So that's it. That's the spline and dimensioning to create angles potentially for a puzzle piece.